What's up, guys, and welcome back to That Racing Cop YouTube channel. Now, last few weeks, really last few months, I've kind of had to take a step back from racing. Haven't been doing a lot of racing, a lot of car stuff. Been busy, truck shopping, buying a new truck, and really been busy with this property here, doing a lot of land clearing and trying to get this property and this farm here established. So I've had to take a little bit of a step back from racing. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be that way for probably the next year, but I'm still going to be doing as much racing as I can, just not as much as I would like. But little update on the cars, because we haven't seen either one of the cars in a while. So where are they? Off duty's right here, ready to rock and roll. Has been sitting in the garage for probably about 2-3 weeks now. Now on the other hand though, Dirty Dan back here has been also sitting in the shop, but not on its own will. Dirty Dan's been back here broke down for at least 3 weeks, maybe almost a month now. Simple fix, nothing major, but let me explain. So Dirty Dan here has got a busted brake line. Pretty simple fix. Called Lauren at Rotora Brakes. He explained what the issue was. I ordered some new brake lines, got the new brake lines on, good to go. So I thought. These modern cars and all their fancy electronics, apparently you can't manually bleed brakes like you used to. So I replaced the brake line probably about 2 weeks ago. And got the wife in the car. She's pumping the brakes. I'm back here turning the bleeder valve, trying to bleed the brakes. Nothing. Do that 3-4 times and nothing comes out. Finally, after third or fourth time, I'm like, okay, I should be getting brake fluid by now. What is going on? So I started looking into it. Well, apparently, these modern cars with all their electronics, I guess there's, the ABS modules and all sorts of other actuators and modules on the brake system nowadays. The brakes have to be bled electronically. You have to have like a dealer grade scan tool, to my understanding, and you have to go into the computer, and there's like a pump you just turn on, basically push a button on the computer, and once you activate that pump, it just pumps all the brake fluid throughout the system. Easy as that. But you have to have the scan tool to do that, and I don't have that. I've got a friend with a scan tool. He says he's got a dealer grade scan tool able to actuate the brake modules or whatever on this to be able to bleed the brakes. Just been waiting for him to come over. Every day he's been busy, or I've been busy. So hopefully next week, me and him got a day next week planned that he's going to come over and bleed the brakes on this, and I can get this back on the road. Simple fix. Now, off duty has been, like I said, just sitting here in the garage, but it's ready to rock and roll. I just got to swap tires, which is what I'm about to do now. And we're going to hit up the weekly test and tune tonight at Carolina Dragway, our local track. So let me get the race tires on, and we're going to head to test and tune, get this car dialed in for Street Car Braggin Rights next week. So nothing like some last minute prepping. I have decided I'm going to try to run a 14.0. I could turn it up just a little bit and try to run a 13.5. It's been a 13.6. I know I could turn it up and run a 13.5, but I'm going to dial it down and just try to run a 14.0. I won the 14.0 class at Mod Motor Nationals last year, so I know it can do it. So we're going to just do what I know I can do and go out for Street Car Braggin Rights. Alright, so just got out here to test and tune. Got out here a bit later than I wanted, but it seems like that's how it always works out. I always plan to get here right when the gates open, and I always end up being here like an hour and a half later. So I'm looking to see what jets I have. I I thought I had 4 jets in here, but apparently I've only got 2. Okay, well, what 2 do I have? I've got a .02, so I got a 20. I got a 20 and a 31. I believe the car has a 38 in it currently, because I've not changed it since that 50 shot I ran a few weeks ago at Cars and Coffee. But like I said, I'm going to dial it down, try to run a number, trying to run that 14.0 for the bracket race I got coming up at Street Car Braggin Rights. So I think I'm going to put the smaller of these 2 in, because I think I ran like a 18 or a 20 at Mod Nationals last year when I ran that 14.0. So I'm going to throw this 20 in there and see what it does. Alright, so the 20 jet is in, bottles hooked up, bottles on, or open, and I'm pulling around for my first pass now. Actually a good friend of mine in front of me. I was hoping me and him were going to get lined up, but we didn't get lined up. But I'm right behind him, so I got a perfect view of his pass. 2014 stick shift Mustang GT. Oh, Mustang's having to back out over there in the other lane. This ain't gonna work. officially an idiot. I just realized why I went so slow in that last pass. I totally forgot. I'm still on my street tune. I've been daily driving it, so I put it on the street tune, and I knew it was on the street tune, and I was going to change it as soon as I got here, and I totally forgot. So I've actually never made a pass on my street tune before. So it just ran a 14.5 on my daily driving street tune on spray though. So let me change this to my race tune, and same thing again, just on the race tune. Alright. Alright. I'm on the race tune. Let's go try that again. Idiot. So the guy I'm lined up this time asked to line up with me. So it's an old 80s like square body Chevy, regular cab short bed with a big block 502 in it, but it's on a street tire, so he's got traction issues.
What's up, buddy?
How are you?
I'm good, how are you? I saw it, I'm like, oh, I know who that is.
I don't know if you heard. Felt much better. Hopefully that was a 14.0 or 14.1, 14.0, 14.1. But if so, I'm calling it a night because the wait between passes is terrible tonight. I don't really feel like waiting around for another pass. Thank you. No, it was another 14.5. 14.59. It was actually slower. So I put it on the race tune, and it's actually slower now. And I ran a slower 60 foot, a 192. The bottle's open. The kit's on. Maybe I'll just do a 14.5 dial-in.
One more call, we're gonna go, okay?
That's running terribly slow. I guess I'll check all the coils and plugs. Haven't done those in a minute. I had an issue before where it was running slow and turned out it was a bad coil. but it's not running that slow. It's not running slow enough that I think it's down a cylinder like it was before. So because when it was down a cylinder, it was running a whole second slower. Yeah. Oh yeah, we can try it again. I'm running slow. I don't know why it's running.
I didn't hook at all.
I saw.
Oh, you ain't got nothing you can throw on your arms?
Yeah, I got a jacket.
Throw it on, cause they burning my ass up about y'all not having jackets.
I got one. Yeah, a while back they got on me about, so I keep it in the car. I don't know, sometimes they get on us about jackets, sometimes they don't. But apparently they're on him tonight about jackets. But I got one after the first time they said something probably a year ago about jackets. I keep one in the car now. That's my first time actually ever wearing it though, because I bought it and then they never got on me about jackets until tonight. This is the first time they said something to me about jackets since I bought it. But like I said, I keep it in the car, so. So I'm lined up against that same big block square body Chevy on street tires, and he spun horribly on the last pass. So I told him on this pass I'm going to leave on him. I'm going to give him a chance. I'm not going to leave on the line. I'm going to leave on him. So. Ooh, I tell you what, it sure is a lot warmer with the jacket on. Jeez. This ain't even like a full, like, fire rated jacket. It's just a single layer jacket. And it's still warm. Well, it's consistent as usual, but it's consistently slow. 14.57. So I went a 14.55, a 14.59, and a 14.57. So every pass has been within 0.04 of a second of one another. But it is running slow. I need to check the nitrous, make sure it's actually spraying. But I mean, I need to check check the nitrous just to make sure it's actually spraying. And two, I need to look into the motor, check coils and plugs, because even for an all motor pass, it's running slow. Well, no, I guess not. It's about right for an all motor pass because I got a full tank of gas, slap full tank of gas right now. The headlight's in, the air filter's not in, the C-sign's up 100% full weight. So actually, I guess it's about right for an all motor pass, but that is terribly slow. All right, so just got home from the track, and off-duty did what off-duty does. He ran extremely consistent, but it was just consistently slow. I don't know why it was running so slow, but it was consistent, so there's the silver lining, I suppose. But it consistently ran 14.5s at 90 or 91 miles an hour all night long. All three passes were within 0.04 of a second of one another, all at 90, 91 miles an hour, all with a 1.8 or 1.90 60 foot. So first I'm going to look at the nitrous system, make sure it's actually spraying and the nitrous system was working. It's running, I'm still obviously running a super small shot, so sometimes it's hard to tell if it's spraying or not. I think it was spraying, it should have been spraying. If it was spraying, then it was running super slow and I got to figure out what's wrong. I'll look at coils, plugs, try to figure out what's wrong. If it wasn't spraying, then it was actually running a pretty good 60 foot. I don't know. It's been a 1.82 on spray though, so I don't know. Even the 60 foot, I guess it was a little slow. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this nitrous kit for some reason wasn't working and I thought it was. But I will find out. And if not, then I'll be looking at coils and plugs, because the last time it was running slow, that was my issue, was coil. I had a coil pack went out, but it's not running that much slower, so I don't think that's the issue. But I've got to figure it out before Street Car Braggin Rights next week. So don't forget, guys, if you're coming to that, you still got time to buy tickets. Don't forget discount code SCBR Thomas, get 5% off. I hope to see you all there. But the car seems to be running pretty good, so I'm going to send it either way. Hopefully I can figure this out and run a 14.0 next week at Street Car Braggin Rights. If not, then I'm just going to send it as is and run a 14.5, because the bracket class that I'm running is half-second dial-in, so 13.5, 14, 14.5, whatever. So I was hoping to run 14.0. I might just run a 14.5. We'll see if I can figure it out. But that's all I got for today. So today's verse of the day, and now it's a little bit of a long one, so stick with me. It comes from Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20 through 21. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh within us, unto him be the glory, church, by Jesus Christ throughout all ages, without end. Amen. Again, that's Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20 through 21. All right, guys. Till next time, stay safe, stay blessed.